Okay, so this is TDI, the Documentation Initiative. My name is Sparsh Agarwal, and I have with me Janavi Kapoor and Aaditya Parashar. So every week we'll be discussing about something, a random topic or a book or something. And this is about developing our speaking skills. And as we call it, this is episode number 1. And our today's topic is change is the universal constant. So, you guys can take over. Tell me about it. What do you think?
I'm thinking it's a great initiative because sometimes in college, even in societies, we do not feel as comfortable speaking. But in this closed group, I think we'll be able to speak as freely as possible, which would in turn make us more confident in speaking in larger groups.
Yeah, that's certainly the plan because I've seen that whenever you go for a job outside or take on an interview, the most important skills required, like basic ones, are the cognitive skills, the aptitude, the speaking, the communication. Aditya, what do you think?
Yeah, I would agree with John. This is a great initiative. At first, I was kind of stressed out that I would have to speak in front of people I don't know, and that's not what I do more often. And as you can see right now, I would stammer a lot. I would take pauses and check my vocabulary. Am I speaking correctly or uh, something? So this is a great initiative, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Okay, that's great. So that's where I'm planning to go ahead with. And I have certain plans with this group that I'll be like disclosing further on. But as this is our first time, we'll get more comfortable together. And so let's discuss about the topic now. So change. Where have you seen change, and how could you support the statement or go against it? That it being the universal constant. I mean, I'll go first. In my case, I've seen from my schooling years that change has been like every year. I was like a quirky little kid. I'll shy and sit in the corner, and it generally evolved with time. The teachers helped me, and the small friends groups helped me around with it. And my personality drastically changed. And now here am I in a college taking initiatives.
Yeah, I would definitely say from what I've heard with from our classmates like Nivetya and all, I would say that you have changed because you don't seem like a person who was shy. And yes, change is a part of who we are. Change is everywhere, and um, if there is no change, it would just be stagnation. There would be no growth and no initiatives and no progress. So inability to change, I think, is the real problem, and it should not be there. So fear of change. Uh, okay, yeah. Okay, I forgot how I was gonna end the sentence.
It's okay. It's okay. The fear of change is a great point you're going towards.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say that the fear of change is the fear we need to fear, not the change. Am I making any sense?
Yeah, yeah, well
Yes,
said.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
So,
that's
have any of you watched a show called The Big Bang Theory?
yes.
So
Only two episodes.
I was just recently like looking back on it, and I had left out the last season. So there was a moment in the last episode where the main character, the Sheldon Cooper, he was about to win a Nobel Prize, and for a research in physics department, and his wife, Amy Farrah Fowler, I guess, she got out and this did a whole makeover of her personality and everything, and it sort of panicked. it sort of panicked Sheldon Cooper that everything is changing around him. So it was another character named Penny Hofstadter. She told him that maybe like things change, and that is the whole point of living a life. Like change always comes, and it's for the better. Like we cannot keep living in the stone age. We cannot living under a rule. So that really stuck with me, that scene.
Even in the show, Young Sheldon, if you follow it, there's a similar kind of thing. We noticed that when he went to college, I hope I'm not giving any spoilers. So he noticed a lot of change around him. He had to, he dressed the way he did. He bought a suitcase, and he still realized that he is still a little kid and he needs his parents and he needs an adult, supervising him and stuff. So I'm just relating to what you said earlier. This is what I was speaking about. But yeah, and if we're talking about change, then change for us, as we have experience right now, can be, you know from the time we hit puberty, I guess, from the age of 13 to 18. That's the most recent change in my life, if I'm talking about my life. So not just the sudden increase in my height. I wasn't as tall as I am right now, or the um, the direct jump from being an introvert to being a semi extrovert and making a lot of friends, and then going from having the whole school know me to then going to having just 2 to 3 friends and just staying at my desk all day. I saw and experienced a lot of change in my school life, and I was really looking forward to college due to this reason, because college is a clean slate. You can start over and come over your insecurities, heal yourself both mentally and no, not physically, but yeah, you can heal yourself mentally a lot if you get a clean slate. And I guess I have got that opportunity. I have utilized it. I am a changed person now, if I would say, but uh, some habits stick with me. And I'm running off topic, so yeah, that's all I have to say.
Uh, Let me ask you this. Well, how tall are you, first of all?
I'm 6'1", 183.
Oh, nice. I'm 5'9" actually.
Okay.
So we've been talking about change as a positive aspect in our
I'm
lives.
sorry,
Yeah.
I'm 1. Continue.
Janvi is really small.
Yeah, I noticed.
So we have been discussing about change as a really positive aspects, that it has brought a positive change in our lives from our schooling, from our childhood days. And
Hmm.
do you think is there a moment in your lives that you can say you did not like a change, even though
Yeah,
it was sort of for a betterment?
exactly. Um, I would use the best example in the world. It's called moving on from a relationship. So if I'm okay, let's just discuss this for a second. I had this friend. We used to study together for our exam preparation for DU key entrance and all. So we used to just meet on Saturdays and Sundays. So for a whole year we were best friends, and then she confessed that she had a crush on me, and then she had to move away. Janvi knows the whole story. So then at that point of time, I didn't have क्या कहते हैं, a person in my life like a girlfriend. Okay, so I didn't have a girlfriend at that time, and she was a really really sweet person and just a great person to have around. And then at that moment of time, okay, I'll just skip a bit ahead. Then we started dating. Then it was on again, off again. It was all online, and we know that it wasn't going anywhere. But that person became so important in my life that I thought that if I leave this person, then I'm not going to survive. Like, this person understands me so much, and I need her in my life at all times. But then I had to, because it was going nowhere. We both were getting a bit toxic, I guess, but it had to be ended. So I did. And then I moved on pretty quickly. I guess I was dating again in 2 weeks. But yeah, since then, it's been 5 months, and I'm really happy. I wasn't able to embrace that change back then. For the first month, it was really hard for me, and for my girlfriend, that I had to, change my habits. I had to let go of being pampered all the time, or being treated like a child or something. So yeah, change is not always good. And to be honest, when yesterday I was thinking about what all could I say in tomorrow's our little meet, then I was all the things I picked up were all negative. So it was something like, what if someone dies, and someone important in my life dies, and that's a change I might not be able to embrace at all. So
So
change is not always positive. Yeah,
do you guys still keep a track? Like, do you know where she is?
yeah.
Sort of
Uh,
friendship happened.
This actually happened almost a month ago. She contacted me after 4 months. She was, like, "Hi, how are you?" and this and that. Then I consulted my best friend, like, should I talk to her or not? And she was like, just leave this bitch and all that. And it was really healthy for me. I discussed it with my girlfriend, and she was not that happy with it. She was like, okay, and she was your best friend. You can keep her and this and that. Not keep her, like, you can have her in your life. But I knew that at some point of time, I would remember all those things, or the connection that we had, and I would, in a way, want to go back, not to being a couple, but still being having the same bond we used to have. And that girl did not, uh, you know, um, shit, I had the word in my mind. She did not deserve it. Yeah, she did not deserve that. She ghosted me around for 4 months. All of a sudden, she decides to come back because her life isn't back on track and mine is. So I just thought that it's a bit selfish, and she shouldn't come back in my life. And since that day, I have blocked her from everywhere, and I have stopped keeping a track. I didn't even keep a track after like for 1 week, and then
Can you
I just left it.
uh, can you like say that this is bringing an evolution to your life? Because I've read somewhere that love life has a three-phase evolution. Like first
Yeah,
there is a childish one, then second there is a like a desperate one, and third there is a true one. So
true.
where do you lie with this?
That's a really great point, actually. Um, Something about me, I am an actual child. I behave child-like all the time. But still, love brings a lot of changes. There's a different perspective. Bollywood doesn't lie all the time. You feel really good all the time, and you wouldn't even feel that you're hungry if you miss that person. Or a lot of this stuff, really happens. It still happens with me, and I know 5 months is like nothing in a relationship, but considering today's the way people date today, it's still like better than not having something at all. So yeah, I can't comment on that three-stage evolution because I can't, describe uh, that have I gone through those changes or not. But yeah, I can surely tell you that I am a changed man since March. When I started dating, I have, evolved in a way, not completely, but I am a different person now. My friends surely hate me for that, but I'm just loving this. So
Well,
yeah.
that's good for you. I mean, this is the thing that brings about the positiveness. And since the whole thing is changed, the whole life has changed around people nowadays because of COVID and because of things
Yeah.
being online.
Hmm.
Janvi, what do you think? Would you like to add something like related to this or a love life sort of thing?
I would like to say, Aditya, thank you so much for bringing your ex and love life into this. And earlier you made some points about how you were thinking about negative things only, like if someone died and all. So I would like to go to that and just say that if first of all, I'm so sorry if you guys have lost someone in recent times. This is meant to be with no insensitivity.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
No,
Okay.
no, it's
So
okay.
what I'm saying is, when you're mourning someone over loss of some loved one, you know that it's gonna pass. You know it's gonna change. People tell you that this will pass, you'll move on, it's okay. They would have expected you to have a better life. They would not have wanted you to, waste so much time mourning them or being sad over them. They would have wanted you to live their life. You know all of this. You know this deep down. And the thing that you fear the most is, if you stop mourning, or if you just like that go on and live your life just like that, it would not be fair to them, because they were your loved one. So that change also you fear, first of all, the the departure of their lives. And you fear that if you stop mourning, then you would have to live without them, and you don't want that. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
A
So
lot.
what if there wasn't any change? Like, what if there was a life where things didn't seem to change? I mean,
That,
would things be still like the way they are? Like, there are startups right now. There are so many things in the world right now that are huge. People are billionaires because of this. What if there was like no change? Things were monotonous. How would life be? What do you think?
well, I said this, I think, some time back, that if there is no change, there would be no growth, and it would all be stagnant. We would have nothing. Matlab, all there would be no development if there is no change. People would not come with new ideas.
I mean, people still do go for a job. That's the whole concept of
Yeah,
moving forward in life.
but as we study, there is a difference. There is a difference between businessmen and entrepreneurship. Who is more
Yeah.
successful these days, entrepreneurs or business? Who are people looking more forward to, businessmen or the entrepreneurs? Of course, the entrepreneur, because they are new, they are exciting, they bring change, they bring innovation.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's the reason. Because if there is no change, people will still go to jobs, but how will we grow? Because that's the whole point. We will just live and we will just die.
It'll be
And
like
no
a
to live.
post-apocalyptic world because there will be nothing else to do but go on your daily routine and there are some videos that we see like some animated ones, some motivational ones that you see where a person is like doing an office job. He's going 9 to 5. He's doing this monotonous routine day by day. I think it would be like that.
Yeah.
I would like to add to this the post-apocalyptic thing. If you have watched The Walking Dead, have you?
No.
I think I have watched an episode.
Yeah. So it's literally in the same situation. It's in apocalyptic and also post-apocalyptic. Like zombies have taken over, and almost 1-2% of human life is alive, and they are just thriving and surviving, and betraying each other. Some are staying with each other. Some have to make really huge sacrifices. So, in even in the post-apocalyptic world, they start colonizing. They build a small town. They start developing, and everyone is given some work that they are suitable for. No one is discriminated, and um, you know like if I am a teacher, I will teach. If I'm a doctor, I will heal people and stay and open a clinic. Or if I am good for nothing, then I would just do some gardening or some. I would do patrol. I would look out for people. So it won't necessarily be like a simple 9 to 5 job. There would always be some sort of fear in your mind and some sort of uh, you know even excitement for that matter. You won't know what would happen. So I would disagree that it would be like a 9 to 5 job, but it will be a little bit more than that.
Hmm. I see the sense. And so, since we all agree that change can be observed in the littlest of aspects in our life, let's move forward to a little segment I thought would be good. I watched it on a podcast named the Chuckle Sandwich. I really admire that one. So they do a thing called Would You Rather. It's a subreddit, and where there are two choices given to you, and you have to choose between them. They could be rather stupid or they could be like really silly, but yeah, mostly they're stupid.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
So, um, there's like two options I would give you. The one is, would you have $20 million and be hated, or would you have $20,000 now? Like, would you have
$20,000 now.
20 million later, or and be hated, or 20,000 right now?
No, right now.
How's that?
I don't remember the name, but this is an economic concept like आज के 100 रुपए is greater than कल के 100 रुपए because it's that I can use that for anything right now. I can use it to invest. For example, let's go with that option only. How much is the amount for right now?
It's 20,000.
Okay, so I take $20,000, I invest it. Okay, I make an FD. Okay, how much will I get after a year? It depends. I know it depends on the rates 7%, 8%, 9%, which is like the lowest ones. I can also invest in some
Mm-hmm.
something like Bitcoin. Matlab, I know Bitcoin is not that cheap.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
but it would be a much higher amount that later 20 million and be hated for it. So that seems more logical.
But um, why not? Okay, okay, Aditya, you tell. What do you think?
Why is the option 20 million later and I'll still be hated for it? Can I have 20 million right now and I can be hated for it?
Yeah, I don't see the specifics, but okay, sure.
So let's just say
Let's.
I get $20 million right now.
Mhm.
Dollars. Okay. So who all would hate me? The whole world or
Yeah,
some consumer market or my country or
any
my
anyone
family?
you could think of, he hates you.
Everyone.
I will hate
They
Everyone.
you.
hate you.
I will hate you.
Okay. So let's
We
just
will
say
hate you.
everyone in the world hates me.
Yeah, we'll
But for
hate you
that,
too.
I would have to assume, no, please. For that, I would have to assume what have I done? Can I discuss this? Like, what have I done that you hate me so much? Like, everyone in the world hates me, and
That's
everyone in the world would have to know me for it.
that's the thing. We cannot go into the details. That's the thing about
Exactly.
it.
So, if I have
It
$20 million, and
I
$20
sorry.
million is not that much of money that I can buy an island, and live in isolation, and do whatever I want for the rest of my life with all the
What
money
if
I have.
the wildlife hates you?
Oh, the
That
wildlife hates me.
that could be
Okay,
possible.
then I'll die. Okay, then I'll die. Okay.
Aditya, $20,000 which you are
Yeah,
getting right now is 15 lakh rupees.
I know. I guess.
Is
Yeah,
that a small
okay, but see, you
now?
are making sense, and I'm pretty sure Sparsh would go with your option too. But just for the sake of argument, I'm going with the first option
Okay.
so that we can, discuss things. So let's just say I go with the first option.
He's
How
the
much
Jeff
time?
Bezos.
What?
He's the Jeff Bezos. Like, he is a millionaire right now, and of course, like, lot of people must hate him for some of the reason. Make your point.
I okay. So am I Jeff Bezos in this situation?
No.
Because I can
No, no,
just fly to the moon and live in a spaceship or something. Okay, so
that
okay.
would take years.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just say I have $20 million right now. No, not right now. Let's just say 5 years later from now, and I have done something unspeakable, and everyone in the world knows me and hates me for it.
Okay.
So why the hell would I want to live for it? I have the money. I can't use it. I mean, I
Why
can use
you
it, but
you
no
can
one would like me for it. And yeah, I'm saying, no, I have the money. I can use it. I can buy whatever I
Aditya,
want.
you hate rich people. No one likes rich people. People usually
Everyone loves rich people. I love rich people.
You know
I
what I'd do?
aspire to be a rich person. So that's why I love rich people.
If I go with the first option, I'd do that. I would have $20 million,
Mhm.
and like gradually I'd die, and leave the money behind for the family. What do you think?
whose
That
family? No one loves you.
okay,
Still, they can
but
forgive.
but
People
but
learn to
it's
forgive.
yeah, but it's their money then. It's not mine anymore. I'm dead.
Exactly.
So
That's
I
a
think
great.
I would just say thank you for the money and fuck you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Was I not?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. 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 Sorry.
but it
You
could be
can
like
curse, I guess.
It could be like my family hates me too.
Yeah,
That's the problem. See, the whole world can hate me right now. I don't care. But my family and the people I love hate me, then who am I even living for? What
myself.
can I do with this money?
I'm living for myself. I buy whatever I want because I have $20 million.
Okay, then I was going for this approach. So let's just go with this approach again. I have
I
$20 million.
whatever I do,
I
I will live in. Sorry, you will live in seven-star hotels. You will
no,
uh, you will eat in, I don't know, seven-star restaurants. You will
no,
you will take go on a world tour,
no,
on a solo world tour.
yeah.
I mean, if you have 20 million, why would you care if anyone likes you or not? You will just go to Bahamas or
Exactly.
something.
That's the whole plan. You guys are not listening to me. I would go to an island. Okay, I'll buy a really expensive sports car, and I no. Why would I drive a car on an island? Okay,
Sure.
not that. But the plan was this. Like, let's just say I move to some place in Europe, which I love, and I buy a huge mansion, and I buy a lot of cars and a personal helicopter and a private jet. Okay, in $20 million, believe you me. So, and no one is there to live with me. So life would be lonely. That's given.
Yeah.
And the people who would work for me would obviously, it's given, they would also hate me. So they would try to poison me or something. But
Hmm.
I don't know. You can't make amends if everyone in the world hates you. Who would you make amends for? Who can you get back to
No
your
one.
side?
No one but yourself.
Exactly. And how can you just live with yourself for the rest of your life? Let's just say I'm 60 years old right now and I get $20 million out of nowhere and everyone in the world hates me. I don't give a fuck. Lao de do paisa, main ja raha hu. But I'm 18 years old right now, and you give me $20 billion, let's just say, not million, billion. What good is it? I have to spend 60, 70 years, not 70, 60, 50 years alone by myself. Um, and I hate living alone. To be honest, everyone hates living alone. If you're a social person, if you're not a social person, how can you live alone for half a century? It's impossible.
You could be like a dictator, like a mad ruler, and just buy
That's a great
everyone,
That's a great, that's a great
buy a
proposition.
wife, buy a
Or,
family.
people are still hated and, they can buy a lot of things from their money. You invest in some company. How can they hate you? Like, hey, Sparsh, you started a new company. I'm giving you $5 million on the spot. Do you hate me? You will say, no, Aditya, I love you. So that's okay. I have a friend now.
No, Aditya,
Having
Actually,
powerful friends
love.
is something you can't avoid if you're a new businessman or you're trying to just keep your business afloat. You can't avoid having powerful friends. You would have to do something shady, something unethical in your life if you're at that level.
that makes a lot of
Okay,
sense.
Sparsh, do you have something else planned right now? A segment?
I just did a vote on that, and I just chose the second option, and it seems like about 2,000 people chose for 20,000 right now, and
Mhm.
the statistics for 20 million are 795 people.
Okay.
Oh.
So Aditya, you're a rebel. Congratulations.
Hey, I'm just doing it for an argument. That's it.
Okay, I would just like to go back to what Aditya said earlier that no one likes to live alone. Are you
Hmm.
guys comfortable with staying alone? Like
With
being
your
alone?
cat.
Does that bother
For
you?
for how long?
No, just being yourself. Like I don't know. Just
I
pick a time. Pick a time. I don't know.
Janvi, does your cat hate you?
A year.
Okay, so
No, it
so you
doesn't.
could you could just like live with your cat and
No, not even my cat. I'm just. Can you just live alone?
just
I don't have
alone,
alone. No, like
just
not
all
alone. You
alone.
have your books. You have a laptop. You have a
No,
phone.
no, no.
But
I'm talking about living, breathing people or animals.
no living, breathing people. Animals. Yeah, you can see birds from your balcony.
Okay, so I'm in jail. So obviously I'm in solitary confinement then. Even
Yeah.
if let's
You
just say I live in a mansion again, and I'm free to spend as much money as I would like to, but I'm not allowed to meet any people. Let's just say I have a face like Killer Croc, and people hate me. All right. Oh, that's a great example. People hate me for my face. I am Killer Croc. Okay, I am Killer Croc, and I have to $20 million, and
Aditya,
I
I'm
have
not
to.
saying, Aditya,
Yeah.
I'm not saying anyone hates you. I'm just asking,
Uh-huh.
are you comfortable being alone? Like for
I'm
a
comfortable being alone for a maximum of 1 week. उसके बाद पागल हो जाएगा आदमी यार.
okay, for maximum
How
one.
can
And
you?
Sparsh, you?
Um, I mean, yeah, I could see being alone, but no, 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 no. Actually, I won't.
You
I would
aren't.
like.
You can talk to people on your phone. You can't chat. You can't meet people. You can't see people. All you can see is birds and the sky.
No,
I
no,
would.
no,
I
And
no.
would buy
Wait,
people
let
off.
me refine
Honestly.
the situation a bit. You
yeah,
are
exactly.
in your room, okay? You are in your room, okay? Or you are in your house alone,
Uh
okay?
huh.
You can go anywhere in your house, but you're alone. You have your laptop, you have your phone, you have your internet, but you
Can
don't
we
talk to anyone. You don't want to talk to
can
anyone.
we watch movies and stuff?
I guess.
Yeah,
Sure.
so then life's easy. Yeah, I can live more than 1 week like that. I assumed like no TV, no internet, no phone, no contacts, no nothing. Only food, me, and you know the
Yes. How long
house.
do you live like that?
Okay, food, me, and the house. I
Yeah.
guess 1 week. I can do that.
You
I
Sparsh?
work out all the day. I'll sleep all the day.
I
And
could go longer than 1 week. I could go years. I'm
yeah,
okay with
see,
it.
the problem is, no offense, I'm in a relationship. How can I
You
stay at
are in
so
a
long?
relationship, okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay,
You
yeah.
How
don't.
are you in
She
a
wanted to
relationship?
get that out of my mouth since the all this time. I
I'm
know.
giving you a perfect situation. I'm just
How
saying
are you
like
in a relation?
No,
Who
no,
are you in
no,
a
no, no.
relationship with?
With my girlfriend, I discussed it previously.
But
since March.
he
I
broke up,
guess.
right?
Whoa, no, 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 no. That was my ex. This is my girlfriend.
He broke
Oh,
up with someone and then 2 weeks later he started dating someone else.
oh,
In
okay.
a nutshell.
Yeah.
Good for you, I
See, I
guess.
was just asking this
You?
because I'm sorry. I just want to ask one last thing.
Mhm,
Another situation. You are outside, you are in your school, okay?
mhm.
But everyone you hang out with is absent, okay? And not
Okay.
like right now, they have left school. You're in the same
Okay.
school, and everyone you hang out with or everyone you're comfortable being around with has left the school,
Mhm.
and you're around people, like you attend classes, you're around people. Will you be okay by yourself, like being yourself, or would you
Um,
be
just a second. Can I improve the situation?
no?
No.
I'm just trying to
Just just
come to
hear me
some.
out. Just hear me out. Let's just say you did something really embarrassing at school and everyone, thinks you're really gross or something. Something that they would just make fun of you and they won't even consider having you as a friend because it'll be embarrassing. And the only two friends you had, okay, this is not about me, this is just a situation. And the two friends you have left school or wouldn't or are outside or they won't be here for the whole year. Let's just say yeah, they left school, they died, so what would you do? Yeah, I countered your situation now. Give me a response.
I'm actually very comfortable being alone. I like my own. I like being in my own company. I
Yeah,
actually love
school is
it.
still easy. Yeah, you see people, attend classes, you go outside of your house. School is still okay.
I
It's
was
not
alone in school.
because those 10 minutes. It can be lonely, okay, if you think about it.
Exactly. Recess is the only time you actually feel if you're lonely or you're a social person.
Obviously,
I mean, it happened to me a lot of times. Like my whole group was absent, and I was at school because I was a person who used to study a lot, and my friends didn't because uh, they didn't study. So
you
it happened to me. कि recess के time पे there was no one I can hang out with except my old friends. Let's just say the friends I used to have, and they won't pay that much attention because I pissed all of them off. And there's no one else I would be able to hang out with. So I just eat my lunch at my desk. People would look at me and mumble to themselves like, "What is he doing alone? Isn't he outside?" This, that, and then in your
Same
mind, you know
actually.
they're talking about you, but you can't do shit, and you just eat your food and you just pray that this just gets over, and I want to go home. I want to lie in my bed. I don't want to see these faces.
That brings out like so much nostalgia for me because in school I used to just stand around like a group. So people wouldn't notice me that I'm like standing alone and eating my lunch all by myself. So I just stood around like I would pick a group and I'll just go there and just stand around with them. That's what I do.
Okay, do you guys remember? Because you see, after a while, we do find comfort in our own company. We do see like
Yeah.
who needs these people? I am comfortable being alone. I am enough for myself.
Quarantine has
Right?
been like this.
Yeah, but yeah, quarantine where you are alone. But when you are at school, you're around a lot of people, but you're still alone.
Exactly.
Right? So, I would like to ask, matlab, obviously after a while you get used to it, and you don't even get used to it. It's like fine, and you like what the hell? Like I'm good by myself, right? But the
What the
first
hell?
time it happens, it's not really that pretty. It's not pretty. You feel really bad. So,
Mhm.
would you like to share any first time you felt loneliness or something? Matlab, not being alone, but loneliness from being around a lot of people.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah, I obviously started back in school because I'm not a old person right now, so that's all the experience
You
I have to
guys
give out.
remember when it happened first? Would you like to share?
Yeah. So there were things like my friends wouldn't share with me, and I'd get to know them later, but they already knew. So that that happened, and that felt like I'm alone. That was my experience.
Aditya, what about you? Anything?
I don't want to talk about this.
Okay, so
No, I'll talk about this.
sure.
Um, I have a lot of experiences. I'll talk about the most latest one.
You know what?
It
Just
was,
summarize the first one, second one, and matlab, summarize the
I
significance.
don't remember. Okay, the first one was obviously in school. I
Summarize it.
had, okay. Um, I don't know. Let's just say I started school. I changed schools in fourth class, and it was completely new. I had not a lot of friends. I wasn't wearing the uniform. I was wearing a hoodie and trousers and sport shoes. So everyone was looking at me, कि भाई तू uniform तो पहन के आ सकता था. And then recess again, recess, and the games period was so bad that no one would, really be comfortable around me. I don't know. I was intimidating or something, but I, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't remember anything from school, but I do remember the feeling that yes, I used to be lonely at some times in school, so much so that I would just bunk classes and move around and roam around and discover new hiding places in my school and where seniors used to go or where the teachers go around for a cigarette or something. So that's what I used to do. If I felt lonely, I just bunk classes and just roam around in the school and hope no one catches me.
All right. Okay. So what I wanted to conclude from this was that see, you all felt alone at sometimes. We all felt lonely at sometimes. But right now, after COVID, like we have actually been alone. We have felt so much. Like I think now in college, or no, I won't say college. But if we go back to school right now, we wouldn't feel that much lonely. We would be good in our companies. I think we would enjoy our own companies. Can we say that?
Yeah, I
So
can.
change is good.
Change is good.
Changes.
This change
Yeah,
is
Not
good.
change is
all the
good.
Okay.
time, but it is good.
Okay, that's all I had to say. Aditya, you want to ask something?
Yes, I did. Um,
Go ahead.
I forgot the question. I'm so sorry. It was about, yeah. Do you guys have friends around your house whom you roam with, and just grab a bite or ऐसी
No.
scooty pick होंगे? No.
Hell no.
Okay. So being an extrovert person in this group, I would say that's the reason that I can't relate to both of you a lot, because I would fight with everyone at my school, and I won't have a girlfriend, and I won't talk to my parents, but I always had my friends around me, and I would just call them up and यार चलते हैं कहीं पे, and then just okay चलो बाहर आ जाओ, and then we just go just momos खाने चले गए, or we just go to the gym or something at least, so that I can keep my mind off of it. And having that is really, really important. You won't have a single person in your life, but just one friend who you can go around and hang out for even 15 minutes is enough. I've had days that there was this one day I cried for like 4 or 5 hours. I don't remember. I mean, I do remember, but I cried for like 4 or 5 hours, and I just called him and like, "तू अभी है कहाँ पे है?" And he was like, "I'm at home." He's like, "जल्दी
Really?
आ." Then I just went out for 15 minutes, and I was all normal again. I had to curse a few times, and then I was back to normal. So
Yeah,
having that is really important. What do you guys think?
yeah, I think you are right when you said that you cannot relate to both of us. Janvi, are you an introvert?
I don't know.
She feels like one, but she isn't.
Once I
Yeah.
start talking, I won't stop. It's like that.
Okay, so for me, I could definitely say that I'm definitely an introvert. But yeah, being online is really helping me to, connect. I mean, let see this. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, when I used to cry about my social insecurities and my problems and hardships, I mean, nobody was really around to. Matlab, I didn't accept help, I guess. I mean, people were
Mm-hmm.
around, but I didn't accept help. So
Uh-huh.
at this point in time, as Janvi said, being alone, like in your own company, can be also comfortable. So I just
It can
used
be
to.
therapeutic as well. You get to know yourself better and what you want in life.
I'll tell you what was therapeutic for me. It was movies. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
They were therapeutic for me. They really
Mhm.
taught me like what you guys can learn from friends. They
Mhm.
they became my friends. That's what happened in my case.
And Sparsh, I want to ask you a question,
Hmm.
and I don't want it to be personal or something. It's not okay. I'll just
Okay,
say.
okay.
Let's just say, see, when we first started talking on that WhatsApp group, I really loved your energy. Like, how can this guy be so polite? And from that moment on, you were the first person whose number I saved from the WhatsApp group, like Sparsh
Oh,
Agarwal. Okay,
Sparsh was
like
the first.
this guy, I have to meet, and this guy must be my friend. Like, I really like this guy.
You know
So,
why this is really happening is because when I was in school, like in after 10th standard, people really divided into different schools and colleges. I mean different schools. But in 11th and 12th, there was like a segregation in our class, group division. So I really used to feel like a nobody, like I don't belong in any of those groups. So
Mhm,
what I did as I came to college is I personally like when we got the information, I personally reached out to every one of you and
mhm.
like I made a group on a personal like on the humblest invite I
Yeah,
could do.
that invite was really great. And my question was this: that let's just say we had offline colleges.
Mhm.
What would have been, like it's the what if episode of today. What if we didn't have online college, and the first day we had to go to college, it was offline, and then how would have you reacted, or would have you been a class CR if
You
it were offline?
you wouldn't have even known me. I can definitely assure you that you wouldn't have even known me if college started offline, like from the beginning.
Like, why wouldn't I have known you? Because I am a person who pokes around people. If I am feeling comfortable with your vibe, I would make you go crazy. I would just want your attention, because if I'm comfortable with you, then I want to stay around you. But let's just
Because
say, yeah, yeah, yeah.
because like COVID helped me to reflect upon myself and being online, I think it really helps me to be, I'm really anxious when I'm socially outside. I'm in the physical environment. So being online really helped me with that. But
Okay.
otherwise, offline, I don't think you guys have would even known me. If I'm like this, it's because I'm offline and it's the environment I love to connect.
If we were online, would you have neglected any of us if we wanted to, get to you and talk to you and get to know you?
If you were online or offline.
No, no, offline. Sorry, offline.
Offline, let's just say like I would have, it would have been same for me as it was in school. I would just pick a group
Mm-hmm,
and I would pick a corner seat and I would
mm-hmm.
just sit there for the whole year.
Okay, that's pretty much the same for me. But the picking a group thing is common for everyone. When we get to college, we get to know our classmates, and then we decide, okay, this person I want to hang with, this person I don't even like at all. So that happens with everyone. And um, what I what I wanted to say is, okay, just one more question. Have you ever been to a club or have you ever been to a party?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I,
Was there alcohol?
no,
Okay. Do you drink alcohol?
I I tried once. Yeah, no,
Okay.
not alcohol, but I think yeah, it was beer. I tried
Okay.
once a little bit, and yeah,
Okay.
just that.
No, 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 no. That's not where I want you to go. See,
No, then
the
no.
thing is, on my Conti, the after party we have after school, जो final party होती है at night. So I was with my group of friends. We were just three, four people, and then started the alcohol, and then we didn't have a lot to eat. So the actual the extrovert inside of me came out that night because I danced for 3 hours straight, and I talked to every single person who I don't even see at school, and and they knew me, I knew them, and we would just randomly talk about anything. Um, this is like alcohol really gives you a lot of confidence, but it doesn't work the same way for everyone.
I would have
And
just gone home like after an hour. You wouldn't have even noticed.
yeah, then
That's what
that's
would
the
have happened.
thing. I had friends around me and we were dancing. So I enjoyed it, and that's almost what I did all night. I even approached a girl and we danced as well. So that is what I would never even have dreamed of doing if I were sober. So I'm not
Uh,
telling you कि अभी जाओ और whiskey लेके आओ एक bottle. No. But
is your girlfriend in
it
this college?
no. She is 2 years younger than me. She is still in school.
Remains a mystery.
So, uh, what was I saying?
Well,
Yeah,
we do have to sum this up.
okay. So you can take it away with the conclusion thinking.
Okay, so like it's been like an hour. I didn't expect us to go this long, but it's really impressive. I had a great time, and
Me too.
yeah, we'll come up with a new topic and a new questions the next week. So yeah, this has been the TDI, the Documentation Initiative first episode. Let's hope uh, we can go longer than this.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it.